Hi, this is Kevin C. Mason from Jack Monkey Games, and today we're going to be talking about using body language to determine the pace of your adventure. So today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to break it up into three separate parts. We're first going to be talking about using body language to determine the pace of your adventure. Then we're going to go and talk about Invoke, the card game that Jack Monkey Games we're currently working on. And this is a new card game. Yes, it's another spellcasting one, but what's different is that you actually have to create your own spells. And the last part, we're going to be asking for you to provide videos and show your amazing advice on being a game master. So let's first start off with talking about using body language to determine the pace of your adventure. Yes, I know everyone should already know this, and this is so basic. Why am I even talking about it? But it's not basic for everybody. Myself, my other job requires that I read body language all the time. So I've gotten really good at it. In fact, it's become such second nature to me, I didn't even realize I do this while behind the GM screen. It just happens. So it wasn't until I was providing some feedback to another game master about their adventure that I realized that maybe they weren't reading the body language. So as a game master, part of your job is to make sure that everyone's having fun. And reading body language is a great way of determining whether or not the current segment that you are in is actually worthwhile. You want to look for the people that are having fun and the people that are not. And you've got to balance that. Okay, you can't make everyone happy all the time. It's not going to happen. However, what you can do is make sure that most people are having fun. So think of body language as a means of getting instant feedback to an adventure without having to stop the adventure. So, look for who's having fun. If people are wide-eyed, they're like, oh my god, this is awesome, listen for them to actually say that. Most likely, you're doing whatever it is, you're doing it great. Keep doing whatever you are currently doing. And if that's a social encounter, keep on going with that. If it is a combat, keep going with that. They're loving it. Don't change a thing. If one person is checking their phone, okay, so let's say there's a few people that are not having fun. You might see some of these. Oh, is it my turn? Okay, so now that we've identified what are the signs, how do you fix it? So, we got to take this all in context. So if half of your players are looking bored, it's probably time to change something. Think about this. What are you currently doing? Is it a social interaction? Going through and divvying up loot? And think about overall, so far in the adventure, has everyone had fun? Has everyone had that moment of where they're looking at you like, oh, what's going to happen next? If half of the party is looking bored, then I'm going to start changing something. Let's say it's a social encounter. At that point, what I'm going to do is either I'm going to go and create some battle, or I'm going to think of, okay, maybe it's because that particular player is not currently active. So what I'll do is that I'll have one of the NPCs talk to them direct, find some reason for that to happen. If that doesn't change things, then it's time to definitely start a fight. It doesn't even have to be versus the current NPCs. Shows up from a neighborhood village with an arrow from Orc and falls over. Something that now says, look, there's battle, we're going to change the pace. If it's a battle situation, think about, okay, what's happening with that particular player? Is it the fact that they are not actually engaged in the battle? Is it that this is the 8th battle that you've had? Is it that this one battle has been going on for 4 hours? Whatever's happening at that point, you need to start looking at changing it. So that could be that the villains retreat, that the cleric who's had nothing to do this entire round because everyone's going first, maybe you need to give that cleric someone to heal. Maybe what it is that you just need to end that battle. Maybe the cavalry shows up. Don't use that one. The goblins start running out of hit points. Or maybe they just run away. They hear the and the call from their commander to run away. Once you start changing that pace, the players are going to start having more fun. Invoke is a game of creativity. You must create a spell on the fly with only the cards you have in your hand. We are currently looking for playtesters who are willing to give us some honest feedback on the mechanics of the game. If you're interested, go to jackmonkeygames.com and sign up for our newsletter. Okay, folks, so here's the next segment. What I want you to go and send in a video on how to deal with needy players.